next, it's a UFC strawweight division matchup. Well, she's about as well-rounded as it gets, DC, and I know you didn't have the benefit of starting as a striker back in the day. First day she stepped in a gym, she was mixing all the different disciplines, and the results certainly speak to that commitment and dedication.
It shows in her ability to fight high-level competition right away. She does not need fights to build her up. She's prepared to fight the wrestler. She's prepared to fight the grappler. She's prepared to do a kickboxing match with the best kickboxers. Her life has prepared her for these moments. All the training, all the sessions, all the private sessions has made her ready to compete for a title right away. Yeah, I would agree, and at least the early returns are that she looks comfortable and confident in every discipline and every martial arts situation. All right, so here's Jessica Andrade, her 11 UFC wins, the most of any woman in UFC history, and of course the biggest among them, that slam knockout of Rose Namajunas to wrest the belt away back in 2019. Her nickname is the Pile Driver, and that's exactly what she did against Rose Namajunas. From being behind in a fight, but just staying the course. It's always about her pressuring her opponents and getting her hands on them. When she knocked out Karolina Kowalkiewicz, you understood that you were watching something different, because you don't see one-punch knockouts at 115 pounds in boxing for men or in the UFC for women. Jessica Andrade possesses that type of power, and she has a laundry list of some of the biggest names this division has ever seen on her resume. Yeah, she's the total package, as classy as it gets, and she will try to leave this arena the way she came in, as the best strawweight in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata. This is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out arena in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC strawweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This woman is a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 10 wins, no losses. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 115 pounds. Tatiana Suarez! And now introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This woman is a Muay Thai kickboxer, holding a professional record of 24 wins, 11 losses. She stands 5 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 115 pounds, fighting out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Jessica Andrade.
All right, commit to the rules in the locker room. I want you to obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. I want a nice, clean, safe fight. Touch gloves, back your corners, come out fighting.
They touch him up, and we are underway.
You ready? You ready?
Well, there is nothing quite like calling fights here in Rio de Janeiro. I'd imagine for the athletes, nothing quite like making that walk. Here we are back in Brazil once again, DC.
For the Brazilian athletes to see their colors being flown, to see the crowd going crazy every time. There were nights where Brazilian fighters could not lose. They have won 10 fights at times in this arena because they take so much energy from the crowd.
Oh, really using the reach advantage to land the jab there, DC. Head kick.
Oh, nice high kick.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. She's got as good an arsenal of jokes as anyone in the game. We'll see if she can set one up here.
Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Oh, we're getting a finish here. All right, she's right into side control right now, and a lot of fighters would prefer the half guard, but she does some pretty good work here.
She does good work in the side control. She likes it. A lot of people will not even pass the side control anymore because it seems like you're giving your opponent an out. But she loves the fact that she has such a great guillotine, and if they turn one way, she'll attack it. So you only have one option to escape this young lady, and by going to your knees.
There, DC, and now her opponent maybe seeing stars at this point.
Her opponent's seeing stars. Her opponent's hurt. She has to really get after her now and try to find that kill shot that's going to finish the night. Oh, clinch position. Watch.
She finally gets the takedown. It wasn't for any lack of effort earlier on, but cleaned up the technique a little bit, and now we'll see what she can do.
She cleaned it up. She really did take her time back. She took a step back. She evaluated what's my best course of action. Figured it out, got it done. Now, how does she handle being on top with dominant top position?
Oh, nice job by her there. You see how strong she is. Her opponent's trying to control posture, unable to do so.
Now she can get to work and put the money in the bank. Oh, nice headlock. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There it is. There you go.
Wow. All right, side control for her now. And you know how heavy she stays with all of that upper body strength. We'll see what she can do from here.
Well, she's got great upper body strength, and that's why she passes, because she doesn't necessarily feel she needs the legs to control her opponents on the ground. So she goes to side control and hopes that you give your back. That's why you see she has so many rear naked choke submissions.
I would never give you my back.
Don't give me your back.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready? You ready?
Round 2 underway. Oh, she lands the punch there, really using her reach advantage in this one thus far.
That's a big strike right there. Big body kick land.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Big punch from the clinch. Another clinch position.
Back and forth we go here. Tries to mix in a takedown here. So 40 total strikes have now landed for Tatiana Suarez. And landing with 62% accuracy thus far against Jessica Andrade. All right, so again, the fighters clinch here. Kind of had an inkling we'd find ourselves back. Oh! There, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike. You don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
Stuffs the takedown shot there. How good is her takedown D? Well, she's landed some good shots, but kind of point fighting a little bit, right? Nothing in terms of combinations.
And that's the problem. When you start point fighting and you're jabbing and it's landing, if your opponent's landing more dominant strikes, you run the risk of the judge scoring for them.
Right.
Get in there, stick your nose in the fight. Don't be afraid to get a little bit dirty.
And a nice job at least staying upright on that. She missed with that jab. Andrade gets caught with that. There's a lot of it waiting to it, and now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a four-part play because this fight is about done.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round 1, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. Glancing right hand lands upstairs.
Right under the elbow, the body kick lands. Oh, John, that was so nice. What a beautiful
Attempting an armbar here.
Attacking armbar.
Oh, slam seemed to be fending off the armbar, and then she just used her power and exploded her opponent down to the ground. She's starting to put together some significant body work here, and these are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Oh, man, that looked like it hurt. Nice kick by her there.
It absolutely did hurt. I can tell you that as a fact.
Oh, she gets the takedown here. That could be big, and this might just be a matter of time. All right, now we take a look back at some of the action in that previous round, DC. A lot to like on both sides, really.
I mean, both were intent on going forward. And what happens when nobody wants to take a step back? They meet in the middle. That's exactly what they did, and they both found success over the course of that round.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight!
Oh, she just continues to land a high volume of strikes here, really just like she did in the previous round, and she does not seem to be slowing down at all.
Good punch.
Man, how crisp, DC, is this boxing on Jessica Andrade. So loyal. And a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she got to go chase her down to get another one off to finish the fight.
And she lands another punch there, and this was not a pre-existing cut that she came into the fight with. She caused it, and now she's targeting.
She caused it, and that is her handiwork. Landing a great strike caused the cut, and now she has a target to try to increase the damage on her way to trying to get a victory.
So as we call on the fight stats here, DC, 68 total strikes and counting, and now landed for the strawweight contender, Tatiana Suarez. Landing at a 54% clip tonight against Jessica Andrade. Andrade's right torso starting to bruise pretty good here. Well, in the men's game or in the women's game, the execution on a double leg takedown doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
It does not get much better than what we just saw. Her
going for an arm bar now.
An attacking arm bar. Oh.
And this might just be a matter of time. And there it is.
Oh, what a performance.
Yeah, really nice job by her there to execute the submission. Clearly she had an opening and she closed the show pretty effectively there. That is one of the bigger wins of her UFC career. All right, so there's the end of the round, and in terms of offensive wrestling execution, she had it all going there.
Yeah, she had it all working. She did everything she wanted to do. She was racing to position. Once she got to a leg, she didn't pause. She didn't stop. She went right to the finishes that she needed in order to get the fight to the ground. I mean, that was a great display of offensive wrestling.
Well, she couldn't have drawn it up any better than that as she gets the win by submission tonight. Big win and an even bigger statement made to the rest of this division.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Mergliata's called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 4 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by tap out, Tatiana Suarez.
Well, it'll be standing room only at her after party tonight as she gets it done by way of submission. Thankfully, Daniel Cormier is on the list. I'll be on the outside looking.
I mean, John, I got you. We're going it together. I'm not going in without my partner. But, man, she's a great grappler. She